and welcome to the Procrastinaria. My name is Jan and today we are playing EU4 as Pomerania. I wanted to start out the game in a slightly more symbolic, well, not really, just in a different manner. I didn't want us to completely go immediately into the political map. I wanted to show you kind of how lovely this map actually looks in terrain map mode, especially if you're zoomed out like this. And I also wanted to do it because it's the middle of winter in the game, and first snow fell here today. Yay, snow! Boo. I'm not really a fan of snow. I mean, I am a fan of snow for about the first week, and then I get bored of it and want it to be gone. There can be snow in the mountains. I like skiing, just not snow here. But none of it stuck around for a longer period of time, so that's good. I'm going to quickly overview the world. Sweden has expanded, Muscovy has expanded, like they usually do. The Ottomans are stagnating. I have no idea what they're doing, but they seem to be stagnating. Aragon has expanded quite far into Italy. Austria is doing quite well. Ulm is doing quite well. England is, I don't know what England is doing. Castile and Portugal seem to have been colonizing. Morocco has shrunk. So has Tunisia. And Norway seems to have a few problems with Norwegian peasants in Iceland. Now, the other thing is the HRD. The HRD seems to be doing something bizarre. It's consolidated and become less of an HRD of a million small city-states, but an HRD of a few larger states. Us, Bohemia, Austria, the Palatinate is there. Trier, Hesse is still sticking around. There's still Cleve, a little bit of Geldre and Aker are small countries that are sticking out, so is Utrecht. And Thuringia, Saxony has grown, Brandenburg has grown, and Münster has grown most of all, while Bavaria has completely shrunk into one province, I think. 2 provinces. That's it. Milan has spread slightly, ever so slightly into Switzerland, though. And lost... Oh, no, they didn't lose anything. They actually gained Liguria. That's it of the overview. Now let's go back into the game. Now this episode is going to be slightly less interesting. Poland entered the coalition against us. Brandenburg is now Protestant. Our diplomat arrived home from Poland. We will immediately send him out to the Papal State and improve relations with them. Because that's what you do. When you're the Papal controller, the Papal State has to like you. There's a revolt in over there. So we're going to send our troops into block and then in. Into block and then in. There we go. It's holding caps lock instead of shift. It seems that Lithuania is taking care of our little problem though. Which I don't mind. They can do it. There's also a revolt in... I can't remember. I can't pronounce this. I'm terribly sorry. We're going to need to rename this. Does anyone know the German naming for this province? Or how to pronounce this province? If someone could teach me how to pronounce it, then I'm more than happy to keep this pronunciation. This, to keep it as it is. But I don't want to be pronouncing it wrongly all the time. As I was saying, I did take a look at these 3 provinces. We kind of covered Warsaw and Wisna in the Masovia overview. They're not really that specifically on their own. They're not that interesting. I mean, Warsaw is more interesting because it's the capital of Poland. Of course, we get a comet. Peasants are always superstitious, and the appearance of a comet in the sky has caused panic among their people. They're convinced that this is a sign the end of times is near and that something bad is going to happen in the near future. No, it won't. Stop being such naive people. They're going to boost up stability at least to -1. Can deal with -1, but -2, bad things can happen. As I was saying, Warsaw is slightly more interesting because it is the capital of modern-day Poland, and it was an important city back then, and it was the capital, but we're not going to take a look at it in detail just yet, not the city itself. The only other province we took is Lezica. I don't know how this is pronounced. I'm terribly sorry. But the sources on when it began, it kind of vary. It's either 1339 or 1352 or somewhere in between. No one's quite sure. But it was established by King Vladislav Lukitiak, which basically his name was Vladislav the First, the Elbow High. So I guess he wasn't as big as the other boys. But the voivodeships ceased to exist in 1793 during the second petition of the Polo-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which is not going to happen in this game because Lithuania is in a personal union under us. Fantastic, isn't it? Quickly going to look, 1550? I'm pretty sure I looked this up in the previous episode, but I forgot. I have problems with remembering things, I do apologize. That's why I write everything down. We have a free advisor slot currently. We could do with inflation reduction. I mean, our inflation is a little bit high. But I don't know, I don't want to waste our points at the moment. Don't want to waste our money either, because if I'm not mistaken, we are quite close to getting Cadets and Caravels, so I will be not updating our entire trade navy, Handelsmarine, but we will add to it, definitely. We will add some new caravels to gain a little bit more power in Lübeck. We do have some power. Austria has more power than we do, which they shouldn't have more power than we do. The Hansa, of course, and Denmark have most power, but well. Who is Lübeck allied with? Sweden, England, and Utrecht. We already looked at this, if I remember correctly. We are still allied with you. King Johann von Habsburg is now king. He just switched as we clicked on it. On Monarch's death, there is a personal union with Austria. I do not approve. I do not approve. In Saxony, there is a personal union with Bohemia if their current king dies, and their current king is 39, so they better produce an heir or there's gonna be an issue. Gelre has problems with their religion because they are, I'm guessing they're Protestant, while their main religion is Catholic. Bohemia has of course went Protestant, they're trying to convert provinces, so has Brandenburg surprisingly. While England didn't. England usually does. I did notice a weird thing when I was looking through the map modes before I started recording, because I tend to do that. Just to kind of trip my brain. But it seems that Alcunyu is also Protestant. And so are parts of Karaköy. Which is weird. I'm guessing it's a remnant from the Byzantines. I'm guessing. We can repay a loan. Yes, indeed, we will repay that loan. Fantastic. We could reduce inflation. I don't want to waste our points because we do have too many diplomatic relations, actually. So this might be useful. And we would get more trade power and income modifier. But I do want the upgraded ships because we will need to start considering building a slightly bigger navy than we have currently. And it might be good to have, if we are going to do that, to have the advanced ships already. Because it does make sense, I guess. And to continue investing in this cardinal, we're having an issue catching up with Castile, Austria, and France, who are all trying to have him. But we're going to continue investing in him. We are currently still the papal controller. There is disputed secessions, yes, but we do not have a mission, however, at this very moment. I don't really like any of these missions. I mean, we might go and claim another Polish province, but Poland already hates us a bit. And Savoy has a disputed secession, and von Habsburg would come to the throne. We were improving relations with Saxony. What happens in Saxony? Saxony hates us, but they would get a royal marriage with a personal union with Bohemia, which worries me because that would increase Bohemia's size quite significantly. But we will take that mission to take Sadomierz. And we will start fabricating another claim. We're also going to fabricate the claim on Lublin, most likely. And Probably go to war with Poland rather soon again. I mean, I know the people around Poland kind of hate us for going to war with them so much, but can you blame us? Honestly, I mean, it's Poland. I'm kind of hoping though that the Dutch nation, which appears in the lowlands, kind of revolts rather soon, pushing Austria back into their shelf. There's no chance we would be emperor. I mean, we could convince Lorraine to vote for us, most likely. Saxony would never vote for us because they're hostile towards us, and they have a better relation with Austria. But we could probably get Lorraine on our side, though. Get one vote, slowly geared towards becoming emperor. I mean, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to be emperor, especially now that we do have some military power, and we have this personal union with Lithuania, who is doing, well, not doing the best in tech, but they're doing okay. Wouldn't hurt us to be emperor. Our diplomat died. Now, a diplomat we do need. Another comet! How lucky are we? We're going to go with the global trade power diplomat this time. UP! We are going to be even more destabilized because, yeah. We can afford to spend stuff on useless stuff. Lorraine, my darling, we're going to improve relations with you. We've claimed Sadomierz now. So we're going to claim Lublin as well. Now we do have a mission to protect our brethren in Sieradz. We can increase our technology. Fantastic. We will immediately start the construction of 3 additional caravels in a few of our provinces. In the original provinces, actually. 3 of them. We're only going to go up to 6 at the moment. I think it might not be a good idea to overdo it. We're also going to go and improve relations with Tuscany, who seems to have some power in the Empire, and Trier, I guess? Or are we already improving relations with you? No, but we are going to. We're going to improve relations around, all around. And Sieradz, they are Catholic and they are Polish. Who are you allied with? Sweden, Mainz, Saxony, and Trier. You are not in a coalition against me. I have an alliance with Austria. I would, because I would be going to war with you, lose my alliance with Sweden at the moment. But everyone else should be perfectly willing to join us in this battle. And we would gain a province. I mean, we could take Ratibor as well from them while we're at it. Before Austria forces them in a personal union, which would be bad. I mean, I think they probably... Do they have it yet? Has the event fired for them? No, it hasn't, which is surprising. Because usually, Warsaw is now considered part of our patrimony, but let me actually explain what I mean by the event firing. Austria, after 1500, can get the event to force Bohemia into a personal union, basically get a casus belli to restore the personal union, like they can with Hungary and Burgundy, if Burgundy doesn't fall apart before that. But I'm guessing they didn't, or they didn't, never acted on it, and it went away. Which has happened before. But I've been playing as Austria in my Ottoman game, and I did get that event, and I did get Bohemia into a personal union, and I got Hungary in personal union just by marrying them normally, which then they integrated them, and Austria gets quite big. But the next thing to integrate is Bohemia, and I'm quite looking forward to that, actually. The other 2 are coming into our empire. They are now considered our provinces, which is our courts, which is fantastic. Denmark is at war with Sweden. They're allied with Muscovy. Has Muscovy entered this war by any chance already? Oh, it's currently only Denmark because I paused quickly, but what we'll do is we'll wait a few days and see what happens. Yes, Sweden, I know, but currently it only seems to be Denmark. And Muscovy now as well. I guess. I mean, the Danes themselves probably can't be that much of a issue. Let us quickly take a look. Otherwise, we'll peace out early, but hopefully we should be able to assist the Swedes in this war in some manner. Seeing as Muscovy doesn't have that many troops at the moment, Norway joined Denmark in that war as well, so hopefully the Muscovite troops don't start raining down on us. Serbia and Poland still have disputed secessions. What happened over here? They both got heirs. Good. I'm kind of worried that Bohemia or another big power will gain heirs and we won't be able to fan back, but that doesn't seem to be happening just yet. I'm kind of looking, I'm continuously looking over the Lithuanian-Muscovy border, kind of seeing if Lithuania is getting kicked by Muscovy, which they don't seem to be just yet. I mean, they're actually sieging over there. What is happening over here? There's a naval battle happening, so we'll throw our ships in as well, which is actually good. In this kind of war, because of the amount of ships we have, we can at least attempt to defeat the Danish Royal Navy. It will, in the end, help us. We won that battle, by the way, which is fantastic. We're going to quickly join this up and then send our troops, our navy to be repaired. But defeating the Danish Royal Navy and destroying as many ships as possible is an important task. Now, Muscovy went and attacked Lithuania in one of their provinces and succeeded, failed. Lithuania succeeded in fending them off. We can take Sadomyats. We have the mission to do that. We're not going to do that just yet. I'm also keeping one of our diplomats free, just in case I want to peace out early, but I don't think we will be peacing out that early. Now here's the Lithuanian Navy fighting a Danish Navy. Successful bureaucracy. An empire of this size needs a lot of bureaucrats, perhaps offering a sign-up bonus will encourage the members to grow. We can spend some money to gain some admin power, or say not right now. I think we will. Yeah, admin power at the moment, it's quite important. We've taken Lauerberg now, so we're going to be moving on into Holstein. We've taken out a small Down. I mean, small Down, it's not that small of a Down, but we've taken out Lone. Muscovy is losing a battle against Lithuania over here. Hopefully losing that battle. Looks like they are, but I'm not quite sure. The Danes are trying to come after me over here. We are going to do the stupid thing and go after them. Probably the stupid thing. Or if they don't run out faster. Get them in Lubeck. We don't have a crossing, I think. Yeah, we didn't. And it's the king we're fighting against. And because of the excellent advice of Casimir, our units are doing massive damage. It was awesome advice. It was fantastic advice, actually. Lithuania, don't follow them around. That's stupid, because all you'll do is attrition yourself, and that's not good. Muscovy now seems to be the only threat left in the region. Denmark is pretty much on its knees. It's a Muscovite fleet. They have Carracks, or early Carracks, I'm guessing. But that's it for this episode. We've kind of reached the time limit. I could drag it on till this war ended, but I think it's good to keep some issues unresolved. I'm going to quickly invest in this cardinal again. But that's it for this episode. Next episode, we'll try to finish off this war with Muscovy. Well, technically it's a war with Denmark, but hopefully we actually gain something out of this war. That usually the AI doesn't give the player anything. Sadly, the AI is a bit of a asshole when it comes to PZOs, and they're like, oh yes, everything for me and for my allies. I guess the human player is like that as well, but sometimes I do return cores and stuff like that. Anywho, that's it for this episode. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.